Good afternoon, everyone. This is Karen, and I am so excited and blessed to be here with all of you all tonight. It's going to be the most powerful experience you're going to have tonight for many reasons. But before we get into having Candace go through the point and click, and I asked Candace, she is so incredible. I said, can you just do a share screen and we can do a point and click for Campfire because they have added so many things that is going to change how we do business. As we heard on stage, Facebook has taken so many things down. They only allow certain things to be on our Facebook. And ACE has created a platform that we're going to be able to add people to. And I'm going to let Candace go more into that. But I want to share with all of you there's a lot of people on here who were at boot camp. And guys, I have been in this industry 38 years. I have been very blessed in this industry. Found it because I was a single mom looking for a better way to live other than working two jobs and only seeing my children on a part time basis. This was given to me, the platform of network marketing, 38 years ago. And the reason, I mean, I had never even done it, nobody in my family had done it. But when I overheard a conversation that simply said, my wife and I get to be at home and raise our children, and we earn about $10,000 a month. I was on lunch break, guys. I overheard that conversation and I knew right then I needed to pay attention. I wrote down, I didn't tell them I was eavesdropping on their conversation, but I wrote down the information that so that I could contact this company. And that's where I met Kendall's mother. She and I have been friends. I've watched Kendall grow up. So, Kendall, thank you for being a big part of always helping us do all of the Zooms. But, guys, what we heard on stage was not just a conference, it wasn't just a blow smoke up our skirt tail. It was the nuts and bolts and the spirit of people's vision. We had people walking across stage crying. Their lives had changed as a result. Here's one of the things that just let me know, Karen, you need to never retire because we are all called to be servant leaders. We are here to serve other people, and the blessings will come when we do the right thing. If we put God first, family second, and our job, our career third, if we keep them in that order, all the things will be blessed abundantly. We are so excited for what's to come. We're going to have our next event. Y'all need to write this down because it will be March the 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. And it's going to be in St. Joseph, Missouri. Guys, I can't stress enough. If you are serious about building a business, you need to be there. But you don't need to go there with just yourself because what we experienced this weekend was almost like a, what can I even say, Candace? It was almost like a new level of spiritual validation. This is what we need to be doing, and this is where we need to be at. So I'm going to call on a couple of people at the very end, but one of the main things that we heard from on stage was our new platform. Many of you have heard Join Campfire. If we could just, if you guys would just show your hand, how many people are already in Campfire? Could you raise your hands? Those of you who were seeing your face. Okay, I see Philip. Philip's Camp. Okay, good job, guys. That's good. For all of you guys, raise your hands. I need to know who's all in here with the Campfire and who isn't. Great job, guys. Love this. Love this. So awesome. So awesome. Let me just say this to you all. For those of you who are not, I'm going to encourage you soon as I turn this over to Candace. I want you to go onto your ACE account and join Campfire, and she'll tell you how. And the reason why is because she's going to also do point and click so that every single one of us know how to work from our phone. And how many times do we do all the work from our phone? Many of us do because we can do it when we're driving down the road. We can do it when we're picking up our groceries. We can do it wherever. Often I said, hey, we can even do it in the bathtub. It's all perfectly fine as long as we have that phone. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Candace. And guys, this woman is such a woman of faith, a woman of leadership. She is my sister from another mister, I promise you. We connected the day that we met, and we have continued to work together to help each other to grow, to support each other, to edify each other. So I'm going to turn this over to my very, very dear friend. She used to be from Washington, D.C. She recently moved to North Carolina. So I'm going to let you share your story, Candace. And I just want to say thank you so much. I love you with all of my heart, and I'm so grateful for you. So the stage is all yours, love.
Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I am honored to be here. I'm so grateful that God brought me to MPG at the right time. And remember those words, everybody. We are in the right place at the right time. And if you don't know that already, stay plugged in because you will understand it and pray about it. Ask God why you're here because MPG Marketplace Global is a phenomenon unlike anything I believe any of us have seen. Scripture says, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. I promise you, what we're already doing and where we're going, we don't even have an idea. So I'll just share a little teeny tiny bit of my background. I've been around the industry forever, a long time, had some success, have always loved this industry because of the personal development opportunity, because of the opportunity to grow myself and be a better person. As Jim Rohn always says, he is someone that says, on the way to the goals that we set for ourselves, it's not about hitting the goal, it's who we become on the way to that goal. So keep that in mind. And also, something that was said this weekend multiple times, we cannot get where we want to go in life in any way without helping other people. So just think about how many people we can help. How many people do we know who need time flexibility? And thank you for that, Christy Applegate, yesterday on the ISR building block call. Christy Applegate reminded us it's not about time freedom, it's about time flexibility. Because even if you have freedom and you still are tied down to other things, not having the flexibility is not going to get you where you want to go. So anyway, been around the industry a minute, was in another company last year, joined, got active in the industry again last June of 2024. In April of 2025, my dear friend Audrey Wineglass Foster dropped MPG in my lap. I was a little burnt out. I retired in August. I was binge watching a lot of Netflix and just not really feeling life. And I came to MPG because of the product. I knew that I needed to do something with my health. I joined MPG on August the 9th, April 9th, excuse me. That weekend was the Vegas conference. For those of us who've been around, you've heard about the Vegas event. I fought everything in me not to go to that event because I know the value of getting in the room at events. And as Karen said, if you don't already have a ticket for the Momentum event, which is happening in March, be sure to get one. Get one for yourself, get a couple of vouchers for people. They've set a new system up so we won't have the craziness of trying to transfer tickets, but get there and get your people there. I'm blessed to say that I had three of my team members there, which is exciting. I think it's the first time I've ever had team members there. Anyway, I digress. I joined April 9th. April 14th, the following Monday, somehow I found out about the Builder Blocks call. I know how I found out. I am a member of the team of Dr. Kareem. We all know Dr. Kareem, the 4 minute video. He is famous and he was was just blessed all weekend with people telling him how much that video has meant to them. And we're so grateful for him and all he's done. I'm in his success line. And so there was a comment about the Builder Blocks call. And for new people, if you don't know about the Builder Blocks call, we have a call on Mondays and Fridays. They used to be Monday through Friday, but now they're Mondays and Fridays. And there's training, there's a whole library of the history of the calls from March. I got on my first Builder Block call on April 14th and have not missed one since because they are that powerful. I pick up something every single time. I knew immediately that not only was I here for a product, but I was here for this company, this culture, this family, this business. So, a little bit about my story. I am grateful that I have achieved the rank of Sapphire. One of the things that they did at the convention, I don't know if you can see this, they gave us dog tags. So anybody who was Sapphire, I think it was Sapphire and above, got a dog tag. As you can see, this one has a little blue stone in it. And then they go up from there. And they also had these absolutely gorgeous trophies for people who were at I believe that started at Blue Diamond and above. So you'll get to see pictures. We'll share more about the event. Boot camp was amazing. It really was life-changing. And as Karen says, I am an event, I'll say junkie because I am. Whenever there's a live room, I want to be in it. It's a part of my personality. I want to be around other people. And so make sure you get your tickets for the March event. You want to be there. St. Joseph sounds like a little town in the middle of nowhere. Jim told us this morning it is actually really right next to Kansas City. So make sure you get your tickets. One thing I will suggest if you haven't, if you weren't on the winner's edge this morning, take time when the replay comes out to go back and watch it because they go into a lot of detail about Campfire and about where it's going. Right now, we're in the alpha stage of it. It's new, and they are continually adding things. They added things almost every few hours while we were at the campfire itself. So, I would encourage you to write down your questions. I'm sure you are saying, what is campfire, right? So, who has ever been around a campfire? Have you been around a campfire, toasted s'mores, and done the things? What did you love about it? You can put it in the chat. I'd love to see what you loved about being in in the campfire. Mindy says that St. Joseph is a country town, and she's excited because she lives right by it. Who people, somebody says people, relaxed conversation, peaceful and warm, warmth and conversation. Think about all of that as a place that we can gather together and share our love for this company. And so Karen, somebody's saying there's 100-person limit. They kept trying and just got in. So apparently it may be capped out. Someone else said Campfire always felt like a loving gathering as a community, the kumbaya atmosphere. Thank you, Shirley. Warmth and family, mesmerized by the flames, indeed, the warmth of the fire itself. It is such an amazing experience to have just to sit around that, the smell of the smoke, the toasting of the s'mores. I'm not a big s'mores fan, but just everything about campfires is warm and fuzzy. Think of that as it relates to our business. What we have with Campfire, what Brian Jewell, who is a phenom, literally, I don't even know if he's 30, certainly not 35. He has created an app with Ace that is changing the industry. And this Campfire app that MPG, by the way, exclusively has the rights to. No other company has access to Campfire yet, and they are not happy about it. We heard that during the event this weekend. So, our campfire within ACE is all of these things that people talked about. Dr. Kareem, by the way, has dropped a gem in the chat for anybody who has not already connected with what's going on at the Momentum event. So be sure to capture that, click on it, and get your tickets. Right now, they're $199. They were actually on sale for 179 this weekend. The tickets are normally 299. So grab yours now and get your vouchers now so you can share them with your friends and family. Campfire is a gathering place. We all know and have a love-hate relationship with social media because of how it's changed so much. I'm not sure if other people remember there was a time when we had Facebook groups and you could post something and there would be a lot of engagement. That isn't the case anymore with social media. Most of those groups, people don't even see what you've posted. If you've got 1,000 members, maybe 100 people will see what you've posted, maybe. And that's even a long shot because the algorithm, Facebook's way of managing their system doesn't allow everybody to see our content anymore, which means that they decide who gets to see what we want to talk about. Campfire is the absolute antithesis of that. It is the opposite of that. 100% of what is posted in Campfire is accessible and readable and viewable by anybody that's in Campfire. And if the people that you invite turn on notifications, they'll even get notified when Dr. Ben does another amazing presentation, like he did at this most recent boot camp around the vagus nerve and how fix affects the vagus nerve. And that slideshow, by the way, is in Campfire. So I'm going to share my screen and show you. Actually, let me, before I do that, there are two different campfires for us in MPG. There is the what's now called the Global Freedom Link, and excuse me, the Global Freedom League, GFL. And the reason it's called that is if you think about it, there's different groups that will have their own campfires within that. That is for all of us who are already in the family, all ISRs. Customers go in another bucket, which I'll talk about in a moment. But the Global Freedom League for now is a centralized place where all people who are ISRs are invited. And Kendall's going to drop the link if you haven't already joined Campfire in the chat. You can go there and be able to join the ISR Campfire called Global Freedom League. It's a place where you can go and learn. There's lots and lots of information about what's available. There are videos, presentations. Eventually, Kendall has just dropped the link in the chat. So if you haven't already joined Campfire, go ahead and click on that link. My suggestion, the best tip that I've seen is to log into Ace or Campfire the first time on a computer or through a browser. It tends to work better than trying to go to Campfire through your app the first time, has been my experience. But try it. If you only have a phone and you can only go through your app, try it and see what happens. When you click on that link, if you already have an ACE account, Campfire should show up as an icon at the bottom of your screen. And so let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So here is the ACE app. And right now, I am not logged in. I did that on purpose so you could see what happens. When you log in, I didn't want it to go that big. Wait just a second. When you click on sign in, it's going to take you to your ACE account. And I'm a little bit special. So when I open my ACE account, you see I have a billion what they call collections, I call folders. Within each of those folders, I have another billion folders. It just helps my brain keep track of things. But if you look down here in the lower right-hand corner where I'm circling, you see the word campfire. You ideally will be taken to that if you've already joined. Thanks, Karen. Um, as Karen said, I didn't acknowledge this, but we really are sisters from another mister. We just connected, and I'm so grateful for her love and support in every way. When you click on Campfire, it's going to take you to this place. First of all, I was already in the Take Back Your Life. Again, I'll get back to that in a moment. The Global Freedom League, which is up here at the top, that is the campfire for people who are already in the company, for ISRs and reps. Whether they're actively building or not, we still want to invite everybody here because those people who saw something, wanted to get involved, if they come here, they may get more re-engaged because as you can see, there are all kinds of tabs that give different information about what's going on with Campfire. So we have boot camp bites. This is little videos from different people who were at boot camp sharing their experiences, the event details. This one is for the Momentum event. So you can log right in here and be able to get your ticket from Momentum. And this is the other thing that's amazing about Campfire. Traditionally, I know everybody here has been frustrated because you know that you have a link somewhere for the video for Dr. Bowers talking about fix and you cannot find it. Now, the answer to everything is it's in Campfire. Literally, it's all here in Campfire. So, again, the event details, we've got the new product launch. This talks about our newest product, which is called Core Immunity. It's really incredible. And the formulator was there. And this product is really what's been great about it is that he as a result of some personal experiences, created a product that allows various ingredients that didn't necessarily get maximum used well by the body. He's put them together in a way that now that they'll be able to be absorbed. So be sure to have a look at that video. There will be more videos and more information about other new products. Right now, recognition, there isn't anything there. As you can see, it's a play on words. The campfire needs some firewood. They'll be adding more to that. The Coach's Corner. This is some videos that Terry Camp, corporate, and other people have put here to help us learn more about how to build our business. So you can go to Coach's Corner. And as of right now, the only people that can comment are at a certain level. Over time, they're going to be opening it up more so more and more people are able to comment. But right now, it's intentionally um, finite because they want to make sure that we continue this culture of positivity and success for people. So right now, not everybody can comment, but you can go in and like, and that's a good thing to do. Go in and like a post. So you just click on the little fire and that adds your like to the post. There is also the marketplace. This one is something that's going to be built out. I am with you, Sadie. I also adore that it says it needs more wood. It's so clever. And you'll see many more little plays on words and puns here like that. There are some ACE notes here. The ACE notes are where we get updates about what's going on with the campfire, how it's being improved. When we first launched it 2 weeks ago, Brian was excited that we hit our first 1,000 members. As you can see, we are now up to 2,283 members, and hopefully tonight we'll get to the 2,300. So, those are some different buckets that are within the Global Freedom League. As you can see, this talks about momentum. If you are in the Campfire, the Global Freedom League, when you are in there, you'll have a badge that will identify your particular rank within the company. And I'm not sure exactly where that shows up. I had seen it, but I'm not remembering. I think it's if you make a post, you'll see what level you are. and it shows the different levels of the different ranks within the company, all the way up to crown diamond from bronze. So, if you haven't already joined Campfire, again, as I said, when you click on the link that Kendall put in the chat, mpgcampfire.com, it should take you to a page that asks you for some information. And one of those things you're going to need is your rep ID number, which you can find in your back office. You need that so they can make sure that you are already a verified rep to be able to join Campfire. Right now, it may still seem a little bit like, why are we doing this? There's a few reasons. As we said, if you're on any of the social media apps, they don't let our people see our information. Even if we have a group for our team members, for the most part, they can control things. And I don't know if you've heard Terry tell his story. He had a Telegram group with over 2,000 people. The Telegram just shut down because somebody hacked it and was using it inappropriately. YouTube started deleting his videos that were unlisted that nobody else could see. So this will allow us to have protected content that nobody from the outside will be able to control. So that's kind of an overview about the Global Freedom League. I know somebody has questions about this. What questions do you have? Feel free to put them in the chat or raise your hand, and we'll try to answer a few questions about the GFL and about Campfire so far. So, what questions do you have? Can we add our customers? Great question. So, that's the other bucket that we have in Campfire, which is called Take Back Your Life. And I'm going to go over that in a bit and share more about that iPhone. Thank you for asking that question because I also was like, okay, where do customers go? So the customers will go in the other bucket called Take Back Your Life. Consider anybody who is not yet a ISR, who hasn't committed at that level. They're going to go in the Take Back Your Life Campfire. And the reason for that is there will be conversations happening in the Global Freedom League that are about business and that people who haven't joined at that level aren't ready to necessarily know about. We don't want to overwhelm them. So, customers and prospects who we're choosing to call guests will all be added to the Take Back Your Life Campfire. And with that one, you want to invite everybody that you can to that and encourage them to join. You're welcome, Jackie. Thanks for the question. You want to invite everybody and encourage them to join. And here's why. As of right now, we won't be able to see that they have actually joined, but there will be a point where you'll be able to search and even look. You should be able to look within your network and see that that person is in Campfire. But the reason why it's important to get your friends and family in Campfire is because the first person that invites somebody to take back your life, they accept the invitation, that person, they will be connected to that person forever. And it will be meaning that if 6 months, a year, 5 years from now, they decide to buy a product or become an ISR, there will be links in Take Back Your Life that encourage them to take next steps. If they click any of those and decide to sign up, it's going to take them to your back office and it's going to say you're shopping with, Karen Ford or whomever. So you want to make sure that your friends and family are tagged. I was just with two of my teammates yesterday, and it turns out that there was another woman that's on our team who joined Campfire under my teammate. Her niece called her a week later, not Campfire, she joined MPG under my teammate. A week later, this woman's niece called her. I'll call her Sally. Sally's niece called her and said, "Oh my God, I've got this amazing thing I want to show you. You should join." Turns out she was inviting her to MPG, but she had done it a week later. So we've all heard stories like this. So make sure that you invite your people and you follow up with them. As Jim said on the Winner's Edge this morning, all of the old things that we've done for the history of this industry. Make a list, invite, get them to an event, follow up, all of those things still need to happen. So just because you invite somebody to Campfire, you don't just dump them in there and not engage with them. At some point, we'll be able to actually tag people. Many of you may have heard of something called ATM, add tag message. This is called add tag monetize. Because when you tag somebody, for example, for a new product, if they click the link and decide they're ready to join, guess what? You make money and you get volume, and that's going to grow your business. So the ATM concept is taken to a whole nother level thanks to Brian Jewell and his brilliance. And someone said Karen says we can only tag guests if they're in our contacts we imported. Correct. Um, that's a good question, Karen. I don't have the answer to that yet. I'm not 100% sure. What I do know, and I'm not sure we can tag yet, actually. So, backing up, remember I said we're in an alpha stage now. Campfire is still being rolled out. They're making sure the bugs are worked out as they're adding different features. We may not be able to tag people yet on things, but I do believe there's going to come a point that if somebody is connected to you, you will be able to tag them. I don't think that if Karen, your sister Myrna, tags your sister Valerie and Valerie's not on your list, I don't think you'll be able to tag Valerie. I think Myrna would be the only one that would be able to tag her. So, again, another reason to make sure your guests and your customers are invited by you. Again, going back to customers, they go in the Take Back Your Life campfire because they will continue to get information, notifications about what's going on with the company and be drawn back in. And with the Take Back Your Life campfire, it's going to be a place where they are not going to overwhelm people, but there are all kinds of testimonials in there already that tell people about how the products are working and what people are experiencing. So make sure that, again, you get your people in Campfire, in Take Back Your Life, connected to you, and then you'll be able to follow up with them. I see a couple of hands. Dr. Kareem, you wanted to add something?
Oh, hello. I didn't know if my hand was up from earlier, but I just wanted to, you're doing a wonderful job, Candace. Thank you so much for taking the time to teach us what you've learned over the weekend. We had a phenomenal time in Denton, right outside of Dallas, Texas. And I'm excited because one of the things that I know that we are able to do right now is we are able to, I think if you're Ruby and above, you're able to go in and put comments. And in those comments, I'm starting to see people put at a certain individual. And so the question about tagging, I just wanted to come in and make sure that it's clear that even if you tag someone, if you did not add them and that person is in there, oh boy, and they buy something and they are attached to someone else who invited them, then that person who invited them into the Take Back Your Life, that's what they will get the credit. They will be tied to them. And so it's extremely important, guys. There's a challenge out there right now. I don't know if you were going to mention this. I
Thank you.
think, what is it? The 50, you get, if you get 50 people
Hmm.
in the, what is it, a certain time frame, or at
By the
least
end of
50 people.
November. So anybody who
Okay. Yeah.
invite 50 members to the Take Back Your Life, and they'll have a way to track this.
Yes.
You will get a voucher. You'll be gifted a voucher that you can
Wow.
then use to invite one of those guests to come with you to the next event. Imagine, or one of your team members. So again, this voucher system is amazing because I don't. trying to transfer tickets was a little special for this last event, but they've created this whole new system that's going to make things very easy for us to be able basically to buy a gift card that we can pass along to somebody and get their name on it, and it won't be so complicated. And so
I
the
love it.
contest is 50, you get 50 people into the into Take Back Your Life, and everybody who gets 50 people will automatically be given a voucher to use to invite.
And we have to have our ticket too, though. Make sure you're
Yes,
that's a
important point.
requirement. You
Yes,
must be a ticket holder yourself to be
absolutely.
qualified to earn that voucher. And so
Exactly.
get as many people as you possibly can. Are you going to show them on the screen how
Yes.
they can invite people in?
Yes. And the other thing is with this contest, the top 10 winners, if I remember correctly, Brian Jewell is giving them a year. It was either
Oh,
a year or a
yeah.
lifetime, or was it lifetime? It was some ridiculously
At
amazing access to ACE for free for
the,
the top 10 inviters to
the Ace Pro
Back Your
version,
Life.
right? The
Yes,
Ace Pro version that comes with a free Zoom account that can hold up to 500 people in that Zoom. So
yes,
that's going to be awesome. And they're going to have a tracker. This again is the alpha version. They said they'll have it up by the end of the week or early next week that shows the contest and the people who are tracking to have invited the most people into the. Okay, that's all I wanted to add. You're doing an amazing job. I'm
thank you,
here
Dr.
if you guys
Cream.
have questions.
Yeah,
Okay, pro
there'll be a
version for 1 year.
leaderboard that helps us to know who's doing what within the invitation. So now let's look at Take Back Your Life. So we're sharing the screen again. Right now, you see that I'm in the Global Freedom League. And right next to the word that says Global Freedom League, there's this drop down arrow. Actually, before I go there, over here on the right side of the screen under momentum, under the numbers of members and admins, you can click invite people. That's how you invite your reps who are not already in Campfire. So when you click on that link, it copies the link to the clipboard, and then you can paste that link and share it with a friend or a current member of your team who's an ISR, whether they're active or not, but they have an ID, a ISR rep ID number. You can share that with them. They can fill out the information, put in their rep ID number, and it will add them to the Global Freedom League. Now, you asked about Take Back Your Life, and it's good to get there because we've only got about 19 minutes left because I've been talking a lot. So here we are, Take Back Your Life. As you see next to Global Freedom League, there is this little carrot. You click on that, and you see now there's an option for Take Back Your Life. Anybody who's already in Campfire should have this. If for some reason you don't, you can contact the support desk and let them know that you don't have access. You're in GFL, but you don't have access to Take Back Your Life yet. And by the way, if you're having any challenges with the app, either on the browser or on your phone, make sure that your app is up to date. The best way to do that is just to quit the app and go back in, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to update it. If your Global Freedom League still says boot camp, you need to update. So, now, Take Back Your Life is another campfire. It is for all of our guests, current customers, as well as our guests, also known as prospects. We like to call them guests because it's like inviting a guest over to your house for a home party. Consider this a digital home party where you can invite your friends and family to come in and check out what the culture is of MPG. They look at this. It starts with welcome to something special. When you, again, over here on the right-hand side, under members and admins, you see where if you click on invite people, you should get a little pop-up that says invite link copy to clipboard. When you copy and paste that link, you can then put it in Messenger. You can put it in a text message. You can send it in an email. You can send it through WhatsApp, however you're connected to your people. Again, follow the practices that we've already been taught, where we don't just want to send it out to 100 people and say, girl, I found this thing. Here's this link. Click on it. No. When somebody invites you over to their house, if they just say, girl, they send out a blast to the whole neighborhood and say, I'm having a party, you don't feel so welcomed to that party. If they call you or if they pop by your house and say, hey, Cynthia, I'm having a party tonight. I would love for you to come. You're more inclined to go. Same thing with this. I will be vulnerable here. I sometimes get a little confused about basic ways that we know how to be with each other. All of those things we know about hospitality, use them as we're inviting people. So, back to Take Back Your Life. Here we are. When you send that invite link, and one way to test it out is send it to, I know most of us have 47 email addresses. You can invite yourself with one of your other email addresses just to see what happens. The link that you invite gives you so much information. There's a wonderful little paragraph that explains what Take Back Your Life is. It asks people to fill out the information. At the bottom, it says no credit card required. So for all of those people who are oogie and don't want to join stuff, they'll see that and they'll be more inclined to join. It's like a Facebook group. Even if you want to get in a Facebook group, 9 times out of 10, you got to answer some questions. Same here. So anyway, you invite your people. The first thing they see is this video of Byron. Welcome to something special. And it's a great video. It's short and sweet, and they can click eventually within the next week. We will get notifications and be able to see what actions people are taking here. So if you invite somebody to Campfire and you see that they've clicked on 47 videos, that's somebody that you want to prioritize following up with and ask them what they got out of it. This next video, what if this changes your life? Imagine you're a new person and you are thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know how I'm going to make the ends meet next week. What if this changes your life? And we know this has changed many of our lives. As Karen shared, there were so many people this weekend who shared about how it's changed their life. There was one woman who was basically living in something that some of us know as Section 8 housing, or, in a housing place where she didn't have freedom and flexibility. She has been able to move out of that space and pay off over $30,000 worth of debt in a few months through this business opportunity. Global Freedom League, again, there's the boot camp recap. I would encourage you, if you haven't seen this video, to watch it. It's amazing. They gave just, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half where they went into some detail about what happened at boot camp. The Campfire stories, if you click up here where it says Campfire stories, it will take you to all kinds of videos. Special Campfire Conversations. That video is amazing because it goes around and we get to hear from many of our leaders that we've gotten to see and many people who were on the stage at boot camp. Dr. Kareem has a video here. Haley Keating, Dr. Ben. And as you saw back over here in the welcome, it tells you if you click that Campfire stories, you can watch full versions of all of these stories. So they're not just the truncated, 30-second versions, but it gives you more detail about who these people are and why they love the culture that is MPG. So again, there are lots and lots of tabs up here. Take Back Your Life, your health goes into information about the products. The video that we have about people wanting to join the business is here right at the top that talks about the GLP-1s. This one goes over what does Fix do. And I believe that it goes into an interview with Dr. Bowers. This is Dr. Bowers from a couple of weeks ago when he did this product spotlight and business overview, which was amazing. If you haven't seen it, it's worth watching. And this is check out our Health Pros Perspective page in the menu. So we now have a corner, which we're calling Health Pros Perspective, where all of our MDs, as well as NDs, our naturopaths, our medical doctors, Dr. Kareem, who's a pharmacist, so many other people who have experience will have stories and perspectives within the Health Pros Perspective Corner. If you click there, this presentation is what Dr. Ben did at the conference. Let me see, is it here? Somewhere here, and I'm not sure exactly where it is, there are his actual slides from that presentation, which was, as somebody said in the chat, worth the whole price of the admission of Boots Clamp by itself. It starts with a disclaimer to tell people that this is opinions. It may happen to you, it may not. They had a play on words where they used real results, REEL, as opposed to REAL. And these are short videos with people sharing what their experience has been with the products. Right now, this isn't searchable, but knowing Brian, at some point it will be. And I'm going to suggest that they have people, when they title them, put some keywords in the title that share what the particular short videos are about so we can search them and find out what people are talking about. Many of them have people's roles and jobs. So if you know an air traffic controller, you can share this video with that person as somebody who might be interested. And we know that they are struggling right now. Julie Owens talks about why she loves Fix. There's many, many more people that are talking about their experience there. We've also got Take Back Your Finances, which is the page that goes into the business opportunity more. And as you can see, it's a little ways down the road, but it's there. If you have somebody who you know could benefit from a few extra $100 a week, a month, you can bring them here and share information with them. Success profiles. These are people who have made it to the top levels in our company and they share their stories. So those are there. We've also got take action. And this is where you want to make sure that your people are connected to you. Because imagine if you have somebody click on this and they say they're ready to take back their life and they click here, as you can see in a minute, it's going to open a page. It says you're shopping with Candace Barnes. If somebody is not connected to you, it's going to go to whomever they signed up with. So make sure that you have your folks connected to you. So I've gone on and on. There's a whole lot more to this. I'm sure we'll be training on it. I do know that there are going to be corporate videos and specific training about the product called Campfire. So we'll be going into more details about this. I know this was like drinking from a fire hose, but I'm going to stop blathering on for a minute and ask what questions anybody has and go back to the chat to see if there's anything. Gail asked, how do we invite guests in to take back your life? Hopefully, Gail, we answered that. When you go to take back your life, there's that invite link. When you click on it, it's going to copy your invite link into the clipboard, which you can then paste into a video, into Telegram. On the Winner's Edge this morning, they showed an example of somebody who had created a gym with a little video at the top of it or the picture of themselves explaining a little bit about it and why somebody should join. So that's a whole nother possibility, but not a requirement at all. What I wanted to say is you may want to consider as you copy that link into your clipboard, many of us have notes somewhere. Go ahead and save your link to your notes. So you don't even have to come over here to Take Back Your Life to share your link with somebody. You can just go to your notes file and be able to use that note to share with somebody. Imagine you're with an Uber driver. You can share it with them right there on the spot. So that was a lot. Let's see. Voucher only offered. Thank you, Suzanne and Dr. Kareem. You only get the voucher if you get your 50 invites, if you've already purchased your own momentum ticket. Let's see. It's a year. Pro version free for a year. Thanks, Karen. When can we sign up to ACE for free? By the way, in case you don't already know, Brian again is amazing. ACE is now the ACE Essentials version. The basic version is now free for everybody. The best way to access that would be go through the link in your back office. There's a link on the sidebar or in the hamburger menu that says, I believe it says ACE account. If you click on that, it should allow you to sign up for your ACE account there. And that's for all reps. And the pro account through from now until Sunday, anybody who upgrades to a pro account will get a Zoom account that has a room of up to 500 people and has storage, I believe, of 10 terabytes. But you have to do that before Sunday with the pro account upgrade of ACE within your back office. Let's see.